At what level is this a beautiful day? At a drug thing because I got a new damn dress? Because another white motherfucker in the world ended up liking me? You see what I'm saying? Another thing you got to stop doing. And not you, but then again, on the other hand, we're talking about the few that's left. Don't get around white people and talk no goddamn small talk. If a white person come up to you talking that small talk, either you get out of the conversation or you tell them, look straight up. I don't want to hear that small talk shit, because you think that you talking, they patronizing you, and they always come down because they don't think you know shit. So they always gonna talk to you about some small talk shit. How about them Atlanta Braves? How about them goddamn Yankees? Fuck that shit. You see what I'm saying? But he talked down on you that particular way. They automatically know that black people have a black inferiority complex, so therefore they can tell you anything, and they know you're not going to challenge them because they automatically think that you are dumb, so they can come up to you and just say any kind of shit. It's just like Khaled. Anybody ever saw the thing when Khaled debated the Jews out in California back in 1988, 1985? And they all came up in there with just their body. All the Jewish race and so and so, and he came in with books and beat up on them. He said, hey man, he said, you don't even come up in here running off at the damn mouth. But they figure because these are black people, and because I'm white, I can come and say anything because it's accepted. You see what I'm saying? Because it's accepted. You see where I'm coming from? So that's the key right now is, they now, and plus the thing about it is this is not the perception based on black people that didn't have an education. They know that the average black person with a college education, you always are going to cater to him because you feel inferior.
Hello.
Always grinning and shit. So I say, I see this girl, she works up in the law. I think the girl is a damn lawyer. I see this girl every damn day. Beautiful black girl. She comes down with these white girls and she always grinning. I'm like, goddamn, shit can't be that funny. Not in the same world I live in. But I realize, you understand what I'm saying? She's showing her teeth because she's around these white people and she want to let them know that I'm not prejudiced. Nobody ever said you was prejudiced. That's the reason why they pimp you, because they know you're not prejudiced. You should be prejudiced because they only respect people who don't like them. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same psychology with a beautiful man or a beautiful woman. You got a beautiful woman. We went to see some sister. One of my friends from Philadelphia went to go see this particular sister. This particular sister, he said, I give her all this particular tapes and I give her all this particular stuff. And this woman, when she see me, the only thing she want to know is, where's my tapes? He said that it's almost like I'm not even a human being. And the problem is this woman, I saw this woman is in her late 50s. And this mug here, shit, she make a damn 19-year-old bent over backwards in her late 50s. So you know when she was 19, this mug had to be an awesome smoker. But the problem is, she's had that attention all her life, that she's beautiful, and people always treated her different because she's beautiful, so she only respects a motherfucker who don't give a shit about him. That's how goddamn white people are when it come to you. They don't like your ass, not unless you got something to offer by not liking them. So the key is it's wrong to even accept them as your fucking friend, because they don't respect that shit. You see where I'm coming from? So that's the key on it right now. And because the plight of black people in the last doggone 6 or 7 or 8 years has become so degenerated, until now their perception of you is all of you ignorant. So what happened is the last 6 or 7 years with the LA gangs, all of the doggone stuff they're dealing with, the welfare and all that, we know that most of that is invented stuff. But my point is it has not helped the perception of you people, you understand what I'm saying, around white people, period. So therefore, if your image is damaged, then you are always in a state of repairing your image, and you can't let this motherfucker off the hook. You understand what I'm saying? By not letting him know you know something. Even if you don't know something, you just stand there and look at the motherfucker like, you know, I don't like you. He's saying, oh, that's one that knows. That's the whole, you know, even if you don't know shit, even if you just have the appearance of, I'm not dignifying your motherfucking white ass. He'll say that's one that knows, and they will buck dance to you. They'll bow down to you. But the key is you got to quit this particular stuff for the simple fact they think that we are inferior. Another point, now I'll get off that, but case in point, last week, I'm at this exclusive mall, Lenox Square Mall, one of the most exclusive malls on the East Coast. So we at the mall, we go catch the train to go down to the other train station because you could park at one train station. This one they charge. So we going to go get to the car. We're sitting in the train station. This white boy see three college girls sitting there. And he's talking about language, English, about how his mama taught him how to speak English and all this type of thing, and you're always supposed to speak this particular way. And I thought that basically, he said I'm from the South, but yet I sound like I'm from someplace else. So I thought that this was one of these anal crackers that just was in on that old English shit. But into the conversation, I realized that he literally was talking about black people, and he said, well, and he said it's about this laziness, and you got to learn how to speak and all this kind of thing. I said that don't sound like white people he talking about, that old lazy shit. Then he said, well, most Africans sound better because they have better education than black people over here. And I stood, I said, oh, hold the fuck up. Wait a minute, I got to get up. And it was a bunch of white people there and all. And I said, wait a minute, hold on. First of all, and I said, no, I'm not going to even play this cracker this way by coming up there with some emotion shit. I said, no, I'm going to go to school on this fucking ass. That's why it's always get you a damn dictionary to know some shit. You got to know it now because you're in battle based on your life, based on perception. And it's not because you want white people to feel good. You got to feel good about your damn self. So we ain't getting into that thing on how we look around white people. This is therapeutic for our own good. I said, wait a minute now, hold on. We got education of 140 years of education. Wilberforce University, Lincoln University, 130 black colleges. I'm saying this to the white boy. 130 black colleges of education. We got black people going into white colleges in 1970 that has now transcended the black colleges, and we got more black people in white colleges. And out of all, we got about 15 to 20,000 black people graduating from college every year. I said, meanwhile, we've become the most educated more than the brothers and sisters in the Caribbean and in Africa. He said, are you sure of that? I said, yes. I said, first of all, I told him, you don't let this cracker come up and say some blanket statement to you. He can say that shit because he realized that you're inferior, and plus he's white. He said he can say what the hell he want to. I said, but this cracker don't know shit. I said, I bet you don't know 5 Africans in your motherfucking life, nigga, to even talk about some shit about some Africans being more educated than us. I said, first of all, Africans, when you see them, most of the ones that only get out of the country is educated. I said, well, that's not even the doggone point. I said, that's a doggone stereotype. We are 40 million people. You don't know 40 million. You don't know 2 black people. We're 40 million strong conservatively. And yet you're going to make a stereotype. That's called a stereotype. When you make an assumption based on 40 million people on some blanket statement. And all right. Now this the kicker. And I said, you don't let this cracker, I call it a cracker, all the white people out there. Then I said, no, first of all, and I said, no, then I got to do better than that. Now I got to be mean your monkey ass. I got to give you some damn shit. So I got to make you feel less than a human being. I said, first of all, fuck the English language. 150 years ago, it wasn't even completed. It was only completed about 120 years ago. You were still talking about this, thou, ding, that. I said, why is that? I said, because the English language is made up of German, French, Latin, Arabic, African, Greek, all that shit composited. I say, so fuck, that's the bastardized language anyway. I say, that's why most other Europeans that don't speak English have a hard time with it. I said, number one, you look down on in your country. I say, because you're the only people in the world that's don't at least know 2 languages. You are not bilingual, and other Europeans don't like you because of the shit. The French hate you, the English hate you, and all of the motherfuckers hate you. I said, you the Jethro Bodine. I was giving this shit to him and all. Then, now you would feel that these girls would be proud because I'm defending the black race. Oh no. Well, first of all, you broke into the conversation. It wasn't your conversation. Number one, he was complimenting us. I said, wait a minute. You fucking idiot. Anybody come up to you in this day and age and start talking about English or language, that's not a compliment. This motherfucker is patronizing you, and he's speaking down to you because he don't think that no black people sound like a damn thing, or intellectual, period. I said, he's talking down to you, some damn college, some juniors in college. What the hell you supposed to be sounding like? You know what I'm saying? Step and fetch it. I said, that's not a compliment. This man is degrading you, and he don't know it because that's his fucking nature.
Yes.
Let's get that straight right now.